Coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, this is a presentation of Sinclair College Journalism.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Tatton, and you're watching MediaPlex News Now. Opening of the Sinclair Sports Park. This new addition to the Sinclair College main campus includes a new field to use for both soccer and football, a beach volleyball court, a new softball diamond, and indoor tennis courts. Development started back in 2019. The project was overseen by both Student Representative Council and Student Athletic Association. Sponsors of the sports park include Zegelman Foundation, WFCU Credit Union, and Domino's Pizza.
There is no question that this sports park is a game changer as we continue to strive to be a destination college in Ontario.
Construction on the Gordie Howe International Bridge has been impacted by COVID-19. Zachary Balog has the latest.
COVID-19 has kept many projects around the world at a standstill. That has not been the case for the upcoming Gordie Howe International Bridge. According to the bridge website, significant construction progress and work with the other communities on both sides of the border have continued despite the pandemic. Mark Butler, the Director of Communications for the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority, said they had to take their own measures into place.
For instance, the employees at Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority were all instructed to work from home. Everybody was given a laptop, everyone was given a cell phone, and we were able to continue our work operations without any sort of disruption.
According to the WDBA's latest update, construction is ongoing simultaneously throughout the 4 project components: the bridge, the Canadian-U.S. ports of entry, and the Michigan interchange. According to Butler, the bridge is still expected to be open to traffic by the end of 2024. For MediaPlex News Now, I'm Zachary Balog.
The rates for bus passes are changing, and some, especially students, aren't that happy. Javon Aurora reports.
Transit Windsor has announced a new semester pass for students. The semester pass will cover 4 months of period by paying $269.20. Sandeep Kaur is a student at Sinclair College is not sure it's worth it.
In this current situation, I think semester passes are not beneficial for students because I hardly go to college once in a week. It would be a greater option if classes are offered.
Transit Windsor has also proposed a pass called Summer Saver. This is a 2-month pass offering savings to youth in summer months. It will cost $107.60 for July and August. Cost will remain same for monthly passes as before and will apply according to the age. For MediaPlex News, I am Jeevan Arora.
What are the difficulties international students face when studying online? Simranjit Kaur reports.
It is very difficult for international students to pursue their studies online when they are in India. They didn't ever come to college, so it is hard for them to even understand a teacher's accent. Gurvinder Singh Manan is pursuing Master of Mechanical Engineering at University of Windsor, and he shares his experience.
Back in India, I did my first semester in May. So I came to Canada by the September. For the May course, the May intake, it was a lot difficult because the concepts were not well explained. We had to, face a lot of situations where in the exams also, because you have to submit online tests, and these online tests gets very difficult. Scanning and posting all the answers gets a difficult thing for each and every student because not every student has access to all the mobile phones, the smartphones. So yeah, I feel that online studies is not a good option.
International students who are not in Canada have to stay up late at night to attend classes at 4 o'clock in the morning when that class is taking place at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Canada. Charanjit Singh is doing Master of Mechanical Engineering at University of Windsor. He did his first semester in India and came to Canada in September 2020.
Advantage like that, by studying so much in the online, you can't get the experience, which are the hand-on experience we got in the classrooms, as well as meeting professor and your classmates.
Study structure in India is very different from studies in Canada. In India, studies are more based on theory, but in Canada, there are more practical assignments. I am Simranjit Kaur reporting for MediaPlex News.
Due to COVID-19, the tourism industry has suffered greatly this year. A local program looks to change that. Here's what reporter Tyler Clapp has found.
Amid massive losses from COVID-19, a program looks to energize Ontario's tourism industry. Starting in 2018, the Spark program encourages applicants to share ideas for attracting tourism. Lori Atkinson is the regional manager for sponsor Libro Credit Union. She said Libro's involvement serves a bigger purpose.
Our goal really is to ensure that we have a vibrant tourism sector that contributes to our community.
Another group involved in the Spark program is the Ontario Tourism Innovation Lab. Program lead Justin LaFontaine said the Windsor and Essex County areas lend themselves well to creating new opportunities in the tourism industry.
We have a larger city, also smaller towns that offer their own mix of tourism amenities and offerings.
Applicants can win a $3,000 grant and mentorship. Those interested have until November 30th to apply. For MediaPlex News, I'm Tyler Clapp.
Crime Stoppers is one of our community partners, and they joined us online today.
Hi, today I'm joined by Police Constable Karen Seneve, the police coordinator for Crime Stoppers. Karen, what do you have for us today?
Well, good morning, Tyler, and thanks again for having Crime Stoppers broadcast on MediaPlex. We have an interesting story for you today. I think you've already heard it out in the media a little bit about the hit and run that occurred this past Sunday around 8:45 p.m. in the area of Jefferson Boulevard and Hague Avenue. A young child was struck by a vehicle that fled the scene, therefore a hit and run, and unfortunately that child has passed away as a result of the injuries sustained in that collision. The police are asking for anyone who may have dash cam video surveillance, who may have been driving around in that area at around 8:45 p.m. on Sunday, or anyone in the area who may have been walking around or in that area, if they have seen anything, to please contact police. There are also, the description of the vehicle is a silver-colored SUV crossover that should have front-end damage. Windsor Police are asking you to contact their major crime unit, or if you wish to remain anonymous, you know you can call Crime Stoppers at 519-258-TIPS, or you can contact us online at catchcrooks.com.
Thank you, Karen. We just spent 3 minutes with Police Coordinator Karen Seneve.
Staying home can make it difficult for many to maintain their mental health. Tega Awabase provides a few tips to help in this Health Minute.
Due to COVID, people are staying home now more than ever, and many are alone. Because a person is alone for so long, their mental health can be affected. If you're feeling overwhelmed or tired of the same routine and same environment daily, that's okay. But just in case, here are a few ways for you to look after your mental health. Number 1, keep active. Regular exercise can boost your self-confidence and can help you focus, sleep, and feel better overall. It keeps the brain and body healthy and is very significant in improving your mental health. Even wearing a mask and going for a walk can go a long way. Number 2, keep in touch. If you have a friend or family member you haven't talked to in a while, call or message them. Communication is good for you, and loved ones can help keep you grounded. Number 3, do something you're good at or enjoy. If you have any hobbies or something you love doing, then take your time to enjoy yourself. It can help beat stress and allow you to forget about your worries. I hope that this short list allows you to take better care of your mental health. I am Tega Obasiwe.
After years of adversity, a local artist has established himself in his own studio. Wafa Al-Kadimi has the story.
With everything going on nowadays, working with art might be a privilege. Glenn Donaldson is an artist who has the passion for drawing since he was a student in the high school. With some thoughts in his mind and having a creative eye, this artist finally found himself in his own studio. After 40 years of working with many jobs, Donaldson has achieved his dream.
After working 44 years, I finally ended up here at my own studio at Howard and Shepherd. And I am doing many creative projects at the moment. I just got done 5 carousel horses that were cast aluminum that were made in the 30s, and we got them out the door.
Donaldson was working in sign painting and graphics since 1967. Between 27 and 29, he has painted 12 aeroplanes that had participated in the World War II. 20 years ago, following his passion, Glenn had painted the Ford City Wall. No matter when you start achieving your dreams, working with your passion will take you a long way. For MediaPlex News, I am Wafa Al-Kurimi.
An online seminar recently took place between members of the both Black and Indigenous communities. I went out to bring you the details. On October 28, 2020, We Are Not a Phase, Indigenous screening series and talks, was featured on vukavu.com. The event discussed Black and Indigenous solidarity and screen films made by people of color across Canada.
Keep going and your heart keeps breaking.
The webinar featured guests Irene Moore Davis, Jeremiah Bowers, Dr. Erica Niganawejan, April Roy, and TJ Travis. One question that all guests had similar answers to was, what is home to you?
What I was thinking about home while I was traveling is, where are my roots? And it wasn't until the pandemic, actually, home really means where your people are.
As Black and Indigenous people feel empathy for one another, the discussions of race and struggle will continue. You can find these films and discussions on vukavu.com. I'm Jessica Tatton, and you're watching MediaPlex News Now. Shoppers were out shopping at the downtown Windsor Farmers Market. Zachary Balog tells us more.
The downtown Windsor holiday market is in full swing, and many came out to support local small businesses this past weekend. Items such as dog treats, popcorn, and farm fresh veggies were on full display. Stephanie Sweet of What's Poppin' Popcorn said this was the perfect opportunity to sell their product.
A lot of our outdoor festivals that we would attend normally were canceled because of COVID, so this was just an opportunity for us to be out and to be selling our popcorn.
According to the market's Facebook page, the Downtown Windsor Farmers Market is a non-profit farmers market that is run by the Downtown Windsor Community Collaborative and the Downtown Windsor Business Improvement Association. Delna Barella said this is really good for our community.
The market's been pretty amazing. It's amazing to see everyone come out and bring their stuff. I think especially with the way that our community's going through the transition right now, to see people come out and still be in community in a safe way is amazing to be a part of.
The Downtown Windsor Holiday Market will continue to operate from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. each Saturday until December 12th at the Pallisher parking garage right behind me at the corner of Pallisher and Park. So come on down and grab yourself a waffle on a stick. For MediaPlex News Now, I'm Zachary Balog.
Mental health can be a struggle, and this pandemic has created many new sources of stress. This is the topic of this Health Minute.
Hi, I'm Liam Major, and welcome to Health Minute. Today we'll be talking about the coronavirus and how it relates to the mental health of Canadians. Everybody's talking about the virus nowadays, but the mental health concerns it can create have been less vocalized. However, a study by the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health shows that perhaps it should be a bigger part of the conversation. In the study, researchers found that 1 in 5 adult Canadians have sought out professional help due to mental health concerns related to COVID-19. They also found that 25.8% of Canadians polled had fear of getting the virus, an increase from the 20.3% recorded from the summer. Overall, it seems that COVID-19 is taking an increasingly heavy toll on Canadians' mental health. These numbers are worrisome, and certainly an indication that mental health issues are a less discussed side effect of the pandemic. For Health Minute, I'm Liam Major.
Turning to the weather, Wednesday, it will be mainly sunny with a high of 5 degrees Celsius. Thursday will be a mix of sun and a cloud and warmer with a high of 12. Friday, we can expect a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 11. With back-to-school fees just behind us and holidays around the corner, Sid talks turkey when it comes to spending and savings.
Hello, my name is Siddharth Krishna and welcome to the Money Minute. Today I'll tell you how to save money as a student. Keep your habits in check. If you're not aware of the toll your habits take on you, you might have to pay a hefty price, literally. For example, if you're a chain smoker, you'll be spending about $264 annually. Not so infinitesimal now, is it? Resist the temptation to eat out. Learn to cook your own meals, although there's nothing more alluring than a convenient restaurant takeaway after a long day at work. Those can be quite expensive. I recommend buying your groceries in bulk near the end of the week. Plan your spending. There's nothing more detrimental to a student than mindless splurging. Having a set budget for every month or week helps keep your impulses in check. It also helps you prioritize your spendings. Get a job. Unless you're notoriously affluent, you might want to work as a part-time employee. Apart from the financial stability that you attain, you'll also acquire valuable professional know-how. So watch your spending and you might have something left for Christmas. Be wise, Windsor. I'm Sid.
The pandemic has affected just about everything, even the music business.
Windsor is full of musicians looking to explore their passion. And while the allure of professional studios can be tempting for artists, the rise in music streaming is leaving many of them struggling to justify the price.
We saw how expensive that became and how the music industry was shifting so that recordings weren't as lucrative as they used to be. So it got harder and harder to justify forking out, $10,000 to make a record that wasn't going to make back that much money, not that quickly anyway.
As a result, many have turned to recording independently so they can create without the pressure to make back their investment right away.
First two albums that we did, we were paying about $30 an hour studio time. And the last two albums, we had a friend with a home studio that didn't want money. So we scored big time there.
And while gear itself can be costly, artists advise to start simple and invest into your home studio over time. So while the dream of big studios holds true for many artists, sometimes all you need is a basement, a little bit of gear, and the right passion. For MediaPlex News, I'm Albert Sharp.
It is our 10th anniversary, and it's been quite an adventure for those who have been here from the beginning. Let's watch their story.
The MediaPlex was a dream. Once we developed our new curriculum for the journalism program, we needed a building, a place to deliver it across all platforms. The college told me, find a building. The mayor, Eddie Francis at the time, called and said, I've got a building and the college can have it for $1. The college agreed, but we had no money. So some friends and expert grant writers, Amanda Gelman, Bob Williams, and Ed Agnew, they found a grant from the Harper government for millions.
And she said, we got the $5 million to build the MediaPlex. Well, the good news was we got the $5 million. The bad news was we only had about 10 months in order to build and complete and spend all that money.
Dave Harrison came to me and said, hey, we're looking at putting together a proposal for what we call the MediaPlex. Can you design a newsroom for us?
I was the first class that came through the doors here at the MediaPlex. I had first graduated from the University of Windsor with a communications degree, and my goal was to go and work at the Windsor Star. Unfortunately, I didn't have the hands-on skills or the portfolio. I happened to meet Veronique, and she talked all about the MediaPlex opening.
So I went out, I got myself a pink hard hat and a pair of boots, and every Friday morning I turned up with 24 donuts for the workers. And needless to say, things went pretty smoothly after that. Our faculty here were so excited because they knew that this was going to be a game changer for us and for our students.
The remarkable thing about the MediaPlex is what we're able to do here. We're live on Kojiko every Tuesday night. We have a game show, Headline Challenge. We've done federal elections, provincially and federally. So it's just the scope of material that we're able to accomplish out of this place.
I think the most remarkable thing are the students. Watching them grow from their first year into second year.
I'm now the coordinator of the public relations program, so of course this means a lot to me. I think that 8 years ago when this was added, it was a great program and a great fit.
The media landscape is changing and our MediaPlex is rising to that challenge. I have loved every second of the past 10 years, and I know the MediaPlex will continue to thrive and grow.
The best thing about the MediaPlex is working with all the people here, the students and the life that they bring. But really, the number one thing is the people that I work with. They are professionals, but most of all, they're even better humans.
It just brings joy every day to know that you all have a common vision for what the MediaPlex is and can be.
So I'm continuing to look forward to us growing for many years to come.
I'm certain that the next 10 years will be even better.
Our graduates find work. Let's hear some of their stories.
I have been a professional photographer for 4 years. I got my start at St. Clair.
I've been in radio 18 years. I got my start at St. Clair.
St. Clair College really helped build the fundamentals of my career. Walking into this building and now being able to use everything that I learned in class has now enabled me to really reach out and expand my career in the working world.
St. Clair helped me get into radio by giving me the skills, writing, communication, organizational skills, but mostly they put me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I never thought I'd be in radio. If you would have asked me 20 years ago, if you're going to be on radio, I'd say no way. I'd say I'm a really great bartender, I might be a part-time writer, and that's about it. St. Clair Journalism, start here, go anywhere.
After watching our 10th anniversary show last week, Aaron Sanders had this to say.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Aaron Sanders, a sports broadcaster here in the Rose City. You know, I can't believe the MediaPlex is celebrating its 10th anniversary tonight. But honestly, that's where my roots of sports broadcasting actually began. I'll make this quick for you. 2013, 18 years old, stepping foot into the MediaPlex campus for the first time, not knowing what would lie ahead of me. The only thing I knew was I was going to learn the ropes of journalism, media convergence, and broadcasting, along with the expanding world of media. TV, radio, newspaper. You got the staff and your colleagues to help you learn along the way. And I was able to get 2 diplomas from my experience at the MediaPlex. And the slogan, "Start Here, Go Anywhere," made famous by the college, is indicative of what the MediaPlex really is. Without them, I wouldn't be calling St. Clair Saints games. Talk about going full circle, right? And on top of that, I wouldn't be calling games for my one love, basketball, for the Windsor Express. You want to know something else that's full circle? The fact that the St. Clair College MediaPlex crew is producing the Windsor Express broadcast as well. And they've been going strong for the last couple of years. To Vero, Dave, Larry, Rebecca, and the entire crew at the St. Clair College MediaPlex, thank you for getting me into the world of media and helping me get a jump start, honestly. For the future and up-and-coming journalists out there that's taking the program or thinking about taking the program, do it, and I'll leave it in 3 simple things. Always ask questions, always come prepared and study, and never say no to any opportunity, because that could be the jump start to your career. It happened to me, and as cliche as it sounds, it might happen to you. No, scratch that. It is going to happen to you. Congratulations on 10 wonderful years. And here's the 10 more, because we all know what's going to happen. The MediaPlex, start here, go anywhere, on Victoria Avenue. Love you guys. Thank you.
There have been many successful students that have come out of the journalism and media and convergence programs.
Hi, I'm David Zura, a video journalist for City News and Breakfast Television in Vancouver. I'm also a graduate of the Journalism and New Media program at St. Clair College. I've been in the field now a solid 10 plus years covering local news and print on the radio as well as television and online. I feel confident about where I'm at and where I'm headed. And I'm especially grateful for the strong start I got studying at St. Clair. The truth is, news is changing, and quickly, and I wouldn't even dare to guess what the landscape will look like in 3 years, let alone 10 or 20. But my education at St. Clair prepared me for that. They were there teaching me how to deliver information in a converged environment long before the industry was actually there. Nowadays, it's not at all uncommon for me to be live on location for the early show, then shoot and edit a story before anchoring the late show, all while providing content for our radio sister station on the web. Now, I graduated before the MediaPlex opened in downtown Windsor, but I've seen it for myself, and it's a beautiful facility that uses the same tech that we use here. If you're thinking of getting into the news business, I absolutely recommend taking a look at Sinclair College. Not only did I have fun while I was there, but much more importantly, they put me face to face with the company that would become my first full-time employer. And to tell you the truth, I also am an example of someone who needed help. I was working while I was a student, and some years I studied full-time, others part-time, even taking a break and completing courses online before finishing. I won't lie, sometimes I asked for a lot, but they worked with me, and we got it done. I left with my diploma in hand, truly believing that they care just as much about my success as I did, and you know what? That's special. So yeah, I recommend Sinclair College. It's one of the best decisions I ever made, and it set me up to be where I am today.
I take a deep dive into the history of North Star Cheer. They have the honor of being Windsor's only cheer gym. North Star Cheer has been Windsor's only cheer team since 2006. Owned and coached by Sherry McCurdy-Ducray and Linda McCurdy, they not only teach cheerleading, but teamwork and dedication. Even the name has a story.
I considered a number of options, but North Star represents the North Star that the fugitive slaves followed to Canada on the Underground Railroad. And since my family came here on the Underground Railroad, I figured it would be an appropriate name, and I just liked the way it sounded.
The team participates in all aspects, including pitching ideas for fundraisers.
We actually made scrunchies ourselves. We handmade them and learned how to sew. And we will be selling them once they're all ready for 1 for $5 or 2 for $8. So it's really cute. We have all different colors, and so hopefully that does well.
You can find more information on northstarcheer.ca. With MediaPlex News, I'm Jessica Tatton. How much we spend at Christmas is always a topic of conversation, Sid Krishna reports.
For many, Christmas is a time of revels and rejoicing, coupled with relentless splurging. However, due to the ongoing pandemic and the restriction of public activities, some have cut back on holiday spendings. Harshal Raval, a big spender on Christmas, tells us how the pandemic affected his savings.
There is really a big change. Last year, I just remember $100 shopping, $100 shopping from Walmart I did. But right now, due to the pandemic and stuff, I'm not going to spend $100 because it's really, really, really expensive for me right now because due to the COVID situation and all, the pandemic's going on all over the world. So I'm just thinking of spending $20, $25 or something like that.
Last year, the average Canadian spent about $1,500 on Christmas. For the MediaPlex News, I'm Siddharth Krishna.
An attraction in Amherstburg is looking to still draw people outside, even during social distancing. Tristan Zuderveen reports.
Despite the pandemic, Amherstburg's annual River Lights is officially open once more for the holiday season. The breathtaking light displays have returned to Navy Yard Park and Toddy Jones Park. The hope is it revives a sense of cheer in the community.
We've been really responsible with keeping our distance from everybody, wearing masks when we need to. So no, we would never miss this because of COVID.
Lights are a really great way of social distancing, right? So there's not a lot of, you can really easily keep space between people. So it's an awesome thing to do, I think, during the pandemic.
Open nightly November 14th through January 4th. Make sure to stop by and take in the lights at the end of the tunnel of 2020. For MediaPlex News, I'm Tristan Zuderveen.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jessica Tatton, and you've been watching MediaPlex News Now.
There is no question that this